talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
Looking for a gap. It's Golden. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness. Ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
Receiver makes the grab, and the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the defense had everything covered downfield. The quarterback tries to check it down, but how about the defensive speed to be able to sniff that out?
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Fires it.
That's a pick.
A man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks. Strong game by this quarterback. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. So the Michigan Wolverines offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Breaking free at the 35. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hoare. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
That gain makes it second and medium. They'll hand it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just
that's his first run.
No matter
That he's severe.
Carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Dude, I thought that was
back to the line of scrimmage, but no more
no.
than that.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Important second down play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. And the Wolverines will have 1st and 10 here. Ball handed off. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Hold it. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man.
Oh, you got too long.
He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker.
How you got holding again?
Ouch. Late contact with the quarterback. An obvious call. 1st and 10 play coming up. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally. They can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. The Wolverines come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
It's a quick grab. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Fights off a defender. The Ducks pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw.
Big ball.
It's hit by the defense there. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball.
Pick.
Float this one to the right
Good D.
side.
I'll take that.
This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
But Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Oregon. It was a foot race, and he won it.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Breaking free at the 35. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Looking for his big tight end. He's got his man wide open. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. Quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end, his eyes light up, makes a great throw and a big gain for this offense.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. Can't quite get out to the 25. They'll spot it at the 24 to begin the drive. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Quarterback still with the football.
There's no way a quarterback is 4-on-7 somebody.
Oh, the read option here, and the quarterback keeps it. I thought he was going to get out and maybe take this downfield for big yards. The defense, very fortunate to keep him to a shorter gain.
Look at that angle he made him take.
Breaks loose at the 40. Look at him run
It's the
through those
freaking
tackles.
computer, man.
They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? I mean, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Michigan offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Quick throw to the left side. He's got it for a big gain. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10. And the runner takes off to his right. He's got some room. Can he get there? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
They'll return it from inside the 5. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught, completion. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Dumps it down to the back. Caught. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Right there.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it.
Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
2nd down now after the sack. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to...
And a senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The offenses have had their way so far. These defenses looking for answers. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. It's a shotgun run call. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here.
Oh,
it's intercepted right near the goal line. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air into the ball, turned into a floater. Now, defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, nice job by this defense being able to diagnose the counter play. You know, when you run that counter, you're hoping the illusion of the offense going one way and then coming back the other. The defense buys into it. But they didn't buy it at all here, and they come up with a nice loss.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a 1st down.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. 1st half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And the Ducks will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain.
Now that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
From the shotgun, drops back. He's escaping the pocket now. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on 1st down. 2nd down and goal.
Oh, that's down.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. They wanted to make an adjustment before this critical down. They come up 2 yards to the goal line. Can they punch it in here on 3rd down? Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose the tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on 3rd and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open, quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. They're going to run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they get the second half started with the running play. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as
Well, I got
that
him.
time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now.
Oh, he was open. Get rid of the ball, can't he?
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. With the return, it's Golden. They finally get him down, but that's a solid move. By the return man. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Off the play fake on first down.
Yeah, that's my zone.
It's McMillan. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. First down and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Touchdown, Oregon. This offense really clicking. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer.
That was your name, Steve.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He shreds the tackle.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Caught near the sticks. It's Helm. It's a huge gain across midfield. The ball will be spotted about the 31.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Downfield shot falls incomplete.
That play is open,
Now
man.
comes the field goal unit.
Thank you.
This one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Trying to find some room. It's Golden. Fights through the tackle. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The Ducks will line up to kick it away. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This game has suddenly gotten more interesting, so this offense needs to be productive here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Big gain, catch made at the 30. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
It's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got
That's
it
what
right
I'm talking
near the end
about.
zone.
Him.
They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
2nd and goal for the offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the point after is good. And it's field, the returner trying to create good field position here. And the return will be brought down. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football.
Leave,
Pressure
leave,
and get in the loss
leave.
back to the 7-yard line.
But how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. When you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. Throws a stiff arm. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. And with 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. First play of the quarter,
I didn't even get to pick a play coming out of the time. That's ridiculous, dude.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a
Yeah, I knew he was going
runs through a
to
tackle. He's got space here.
whatever.
They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Snags the quick throw. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Ducks have 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
I don't know.
Ooh, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-one.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab made by the tight end. In a lane, can he get in? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
Yeah.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PHC is good. They still trail, though. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Out the play fake, he'll look to throw it, and he lobs it deep down the middle. Catch made down inside the 25. Finally tackled down at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
Now that's how you execute. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after that big play, I'm all about taking a shot right to the end zone here.
Oh, a reverse. Creative play call, but the defense is ready. Got him for no gain.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Receiver in motion now. He hands it off from the gun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. They weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They're setting out to try the PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game. Up 17 here in the 4th. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner choosing to field this one. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First down, looking to throw the football. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Fighting off the defender. And the tackle is made. Not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball.
Davis, what are you looking? What are you looking for, Davis?
Try to preserve that clock.
He's out of bounds at the 38. First down for the offense.
First and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. And the Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Looking to throw yet again. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a 4th down completion. This football incomplete and a turnover.
That dude was slow and
Great job by this
crispy.
defense, really all game long.
Still
It's very
got
fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter. On a 4th down play, they step up yet again. You give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Caught quickly. Gets some space around the 30. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. The Wolverines hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Oh, here comes the reverse. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and